So up at number 10 is the Freddy's nose honking noise. This Easter egg happens whenever you click on Freddy's nose in the poster in your office. This happens in both games. And you know, it's a simple fun little Easter egg, doesn't have too much significance, just a fun thing that Scott added in the game. And this is what it sounds like. So yeah, this is probably the most known and the most classic Easter egg in Five Nights at Freddy's. It doesn't actually have any impact on the game. Some people thought that in the first game it actually prevented Freddy from killing you at the end of the night, but that ended up being not true. And after number 9 is surrounding the Help Wanted ad and Freddy Fazbear's closing newsletter. Scott Cawthon used the same exact filler paragraph, which goes along the lines of blah blah blah, this ad has nothing to do with anything relevant to the game, blah blah blah, chances are you won't make it past night 3, blah blah yakety smackety, this probably isn't the best choice of a summer job since you most likely won't survive the week. I'd recommend being a cashier, sack boy, or work in a warehouse. They are all very respectable jobs and you probably won't get killed by them. Well, you might, but it would be very unlikely, blah blah. I love how Scott put so much effort into something that most people will never actually see and only a small percentage of people will ever actually bother to look it up. And after number 8 we have an Easter egg that is located on the Rules of Safety paper slip in the very first game. If you pay very close attention and read what it says, you'll see that it says, "Don't touch Freddy." This particular Easter egg is pretty interesting in my opinion because it hints to the fact that Freddy might have actually been responsible for the bite of 87. I mean, think about it. Why would it say, don't touch Freddy specifically? Why not just say, you know, don't touch any of the animatronics? Also, I believe another piece of evidence for this is the hand mark on Freddy's face. And some people claim that the hand mark on his face looks strangely like a child's handprint. So, yeah, I'll let you ponder on that for a second. And after number 7 we have the mystery of the missing paper plate dude in the second game. If you look at the camera from the 4th party room, you will notice that there is a paper plate on the very left that seems to sometimes mysteriously disappear and sometimes even mysteriously appears in your office. So wait, who would take it from there and, you know, intentionally put it into your office? Well, one very likely suspect is Chica, because sometimes you can see Chica standing right in front of the paper plate in a way that mysteriously completely obstructs it from your point of view. So maybe Chica is hiding it from you purposely because she wants to take it and put it into your office secretly. And I know that Chica doesn't have any hands, so my theory is that Chica grabbed it with her mouth. And then for Easter egg number 6, I want you to pay attention to the dead kid from the Give Cake minigame. Does he look familiar? He should. He kind of looks like the marionette, don't you think? And not just that, but he also kind of looks like the crying kid from the first game on the walls. Coincidence? I think not. I mean, I do call this an Easter egg, but it is far more than just a simple Easter egg. I think this one simple piece of information indicates that pretty much everything that happened in the game has been caused by the marionette, and that the poor kid who was killed by the purple guy actually went on to possess the marionette. Man, this is kind of like in The Grudge, you know, the kid dies in a state of deep and intense sorrow, and because he was in such emotional pain when he died, instead of moving on to the afterlife, he became a wraith, a specter, stuck in this world, and specifically stuck in the Freddy Fazbear's pizza place to haunt the building until the rest of his days to try and get his revenge. Now, can we just take a moment to appreciate the level of thought and level of detail that Scott put into this game and created one of the most compelling storylines that I have seen in video games in a long time. And after number 5 we have the Easter egg of Chica missing her beak. Notice that when Chica is standing with the animatronics on the stage, she has her beak and looks perfectly normal, but as soon as she leaves the stage, her beak just disappears. Now, there are multiple theories as to what happened to the beak. One theory is that Chica removed it purposely to look more scary and to be able to bite you. And I guess that kind of makes sense, but also another theory is that the Mangle actually took her beak. And the theory goes that Mangle is actually trying to build himself or herself to become bigger and more powerful, and that the Mangle is almost like some kind of a self-sustaining organism that tries to get as many pieces and parts into itself to become bigger. So, you know, yeah, these are all really interesting theories, but also at the same time it could just be that Scott just overlooked this detail, and that in the end it might just be a technical mistake. And now for number 4, we have one that I really find intriguing, and I'm not sure if that was intentional or not by Scott, but if you rewind the death scream caused by the animatronics when they kill you, it kinda sounds like they say, "It's me" towards the end. Did you hear that? Towards the end. I'm gonna play that again for you, just in slow motion so you can hear. So what do you guys think? Does it actually say "it's me"? Tell me in the comment section below. Or is it just me? Oh, sorry about that. And now for number 3, we have the Toy Freddy death screen in the second game. Now, the reason why I put specifically Toy Freddy is because this is the most rare death screen in the whole game, and it's also quite possibly the rarest Easter egg in the whole game. So yeah, the chances of getting this one are very, very low, and usually you should probably get this whenever you start up the game. Now, for some reason, some people did also report seeing this after dying, so yeah, it does sometimes act as a death screen, however that is pretty rare. And now for number 2, we have the secret Bonnie death screen in the first game. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably heard about the Bonnie death screen in the first game, but this is not the same. This is actually a sort of special edition, extremely rare version of that same death screen. And I actually have almost never seen anyone talk about this particular death screen on the internet, and only very recently I had some people tell me that they have encountered it, so it seems to be extremely rare. I've only been able to find one single YouTube video where somebody recorded footage of this death screen appearing. And now finally for number 1, we have a very interesting Easter egg about the mangle. If you listen to the static that comes from the mangle's radio when he gets close to you, you might hear a very faint voice in the radio that says 10-1. Now, if you Google police radio codes, you will find that 10-1 is actually a code for bad reception or bad signal. So I actually made a whole video on this theory where I explained that the mangle is actually trying to call the police, but it can't due to, of course, bad reception. And also, I assume that the other animatronics also have this functionality in them, and that you're not supposed to hear it, but the mangle is sort of broken because it's been taken apart by kids many times, and that's why you can hear it. And I guess one explanation for why the reception is so bad and the police hasn't come yet to save you is because maybe the place is haunted, and because of that it sort of interferes with the signal. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the puppet. But anyway guys, thank you for watching my top 10 Five Nights at Freddy's video. If you have watched this far, thank you so much, really appreciate it. Also, subscribe to my channel for more Five Nights at Freddy's videos and top 10s and that kind of cool stuff. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!